Welcome to the Afro Gamer podcast. I know it's been a long while. We're happy to be here once again. And this episode will be a special edition. I do have friends of the family, friends of the house, in the name of Africacomicade. And it's that time of the year again where we have the Gamathon. This will be Gamathon 2022, and I do have with me Oluwa Tosin. Tosin, how's it going?
Very well, thanks. Good to be here once again. If It's really amazing to be on this platform to discuss about another edition of the Africa Communicate Gamathon. And yeah, glad to be here.
This is like which of the, how many years coming now? Is it three, four,
This
five?
is this is the third edition of the Gamathon. Actually, we started out
Oh,
in 2020, and this is the third edition of the Gamathon.
oh, okay. If it feels like it's been five, from what I've been
It's really
following,
like,
it just feels like it's been five.
yeah.
Well, it's nice to say that 3 years and it feels longer. That just leave that impression every year to people like me and those who follow the Africa Comicade. So for all our viewers, if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section as we do have a few questions and we'll be talking about the Gamathon 2023. So, Tosin, for those who don't know what the Gamathon is, what is the Gamathon?
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ife. So, the Africa Communicate Gamathon is an hybrid event that allows creatives in the games, the comics, the animation, and the XR industry as well to come together and connect with each other, collaborate with each other, and also get access to opportunities that would help people in these creative industries. So, we do this via the game jam, which we also have during the gameathon. We also have panel sessions, talk sessions, and so many more opportunities for creatives to collaborate and connect with each other. And this is not just available to creatives here in Africa. We try to find investors, publishers from outside the continent to come and invest in the African creatives we have here.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So this year, what should we be expecting? I followed it year one, year two. I've even played parts where I've been a judge in um a few of the events. So just introduce to the viewers what should we expect in this year and what is going to make it different from last year or the previous year.
That's quite an interesting one. The Gamathon has been building up quite well this year, and for the very first time, we've had early pre-Gamathon workshops for creatives, where we had different professionals in different creative fields, from augmented reality and virtual reality to game development, and also to animation, come to teach people on how to use the tools. And that was the very first week of, the pre-Gamathon workshop itself. And the Gamathon this year spans across 3 weeks. We've completed 2 weeks already, and we are going to the main Gamathon week itself. So during the second week, we had the game jam where creatives came together, and for the very first time as well, we had three major categories for the game jam. One that included an education jam, which was fully focused on people creating an education-based game, courtesy of Legends of Learning, and we also had our normal themed game jam, and finally we also had an AR VR jam as well. So there was so much going on during the second week, and finally for the third week is where we have everything packed, from panel sessions to publisher meetups to so many things. And to crown it all, we do have a physical event that will be holding here in Lagos, Nigeria, at Zone Tech Park, Bagada. So that would be the end to the Gamathon itself. And that's happening on Saturday, the 24th of September. But before then, we would have so many events, so many sessions throughout the course of the week. And you can join in these sessions by ensuring you register on Eventbrite, so you get access to the platform, which is called Meet to Match, that we will be using to match potential investors to game developers and so many things. So you could set up your profile there and get to meet amazing people in the games industry within and outside Africa as well. And aside that, we would have some talk sessions about game development itself, animation, comics, AR, VR. We would hear from experts that have done this for years and how they can, how you can help get your games or your products to where they've gotten theirs. And I think this is something we really need to know more about, hear more success stories, and understand how it has been done and how new creatives as well can do it. And yeah, that's like a brief of what would be available for this week's Gamathon. And there's still so much more to come. So please go ahead and join in and see how you can leverage this to showcase what you're working on. And this year's Gameathon is titled Sustainable Creativity. So there's a lot of talk sessions and activities geared towards this to ensure that creatives are sustainable. It's not just about learning how to build a game, it's about learning how to build a game and ensuring you can create games that remain sustainable, because it's not just about the development part, there's also the business part that comes along with it. And yeah, that's a quick run through of what we have in store for the Gamathon week this year.
It seems like it's going to be packed loaded, and
Yes.
communities should get ready. The link for the registration is showing on our screen, and we'll leave it there so that if you need to be able to pull up your web browser, you can always just type it www.eventbrite.com/e/Africacomicade and the remaining part of it, and that should take you to the event page where you can register. um, so two things have come to mind. I've noticed that you kept referring to AR and VR. Is that becoming a thing in Africa? Because we're used to Facebook Oculus, we're used to, I think Samsung has their own. So are we starting to see a new breed of developers who are focusing on games for those devices?
Yes, and that was why we had the AR VR jam this year, to ensure there was enough inclusion for people who are in the AR VR industry building games as well. So we didn't just want to focus on just mobile and PC game developers alone, but we wanted to have people working on AR VR games as well in the game jam. So that's something we've identified, and we want to ensure that Africa Comicade is enabling everyone in the digital creative space, right? And with AR VR, we do have some interesting sessions later in the week focusing on the adoption of AR VR in Africa here and how we can leverage on this new technology to help advance our digital creative industry as well. So please look out for that. There will be, interesting sessions focused on AR VR as well for the creative industry, and I look forward to seeing some of us be a part of that.
Okay, good. Also, the theme for this year is quite interesting: sustainable creativity. It's been conversation in communities, the creatives, the game developers, even the esports, that we are still in the phase of entertainment. We're using it as a
Hmm.
hobby. We haven't turned it into a business. So for us to grow, we need to turn it to that phase. And it's nice that you guys are taking the lead on that. I don't think they've started a conversation, in other parts of the entertainment in terms of gaming, but you guys are taking that charge of it. So, who are the speakers we should be expecting? Because we need to have speakers who have been able to turn it from entertainment into business. So you can just give us,
So
you can let the
a
cat out
quick
of the bag
hint.
and just give us maybe one or two.
Uh,
Yes.
well, well, for the speakers, one thing I would say is we have industry leads even here in Africa that are working on games and also projects that have been sustainable over the years, and they will come to talk about their experience so far and how they were able to do that. A list of speakers will be available very soon on Meet to Match. So it is only via Meet to Match you can get some of this access to some of these sessions, right? So you have to register to get to know that. But quick one, I can give a quick example here about a game that went viral from Nigeria recently called Virago on Steam, and it really got a lot of downloads. And we are having a session with the developer behind the game to, explain how the use of social media really helped to boost the sales of the game itself. And the game has thousands of downloads on Steam right now, and the game is even having sequels to it as a result of the
Oh
success
wow.
of the first one. So it's really really important. People get to know about things like this, and that's why we have the Gamathon sessions really focused on how people can leverage different tools or different resources to ensure that their games or their digital products remain sustainable in the creative industry.
Okay, wonderful. I personally will be looking forward to that session. I actually want to know. I think we're at this point in Africa where we need to know how to unlock the business part of the industry that we're in. That is wonderful. You said what was the name of the game again? I think I'm sure
Virago.
viewers want to know.
Yeah, Virago. It's quite an interesting one because it's focused on
Is it just
some of the.
PC?
It's on PC and it's on mobile as well.
Oh, and
Yeah.
am I getting the spelling right? Virago.
Yes. The Virago
Okay,
game.
okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I know people would want to quickly pull it up and see
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Yep. So it's focused on social vices with like the young girl child, and basically trying to educate how to be much more safer, and also it's really really an interesting one.
Oh, that's interesting. Is it African themed? Like you would see African clothes,
Um,
African characters.
it's the interesting thing is the style of the game is more of a 2D game, and it's kind of interesting. It doesn't just follow a certain theme. It doesn't follow the African theme to be precise. It's basically focused more on the story than like just the African theme. It's more of a black and white, not necessarily, but more of a black and white game that focuses more on the story actually. So it's quite an interesting one.
That's good. So will there be a hackathon this time where people submit their games? Because that's always the exciting part
Yes,
for me, where I get to test
yes,
out games.
yes. So definitely the games that have been built would be up on one of our African store partners called Jiwi.io, and all the
Julie,
games
okay.
will be available. Jiwi.io. So all the games will be available soon enough for people to play
Okay.
test and see what people are working on. And just like I said earlier, we had three major categories for this. We had the education jam, the themed jam itself, and the AR/VR jam this year. So that's quite interesting, and I can't wait for you all to try out the games.
Okay. So for game developers who would see this video even few minutes or now or watching, can they still register to be part of the hackathon?
So part of the hackathon, sadly, no. Our registration for the
As
game jam
closed. Oh
closed
wow.
sometime last week, actually. So that's certainly out of it. But please, over the next year, we will be having multiple game jams even before the gameathon itself. So please feel free to join in the Africacomicade community, and there are tons of activities for game developers to be a part of. And yeah, I look forward to that as well.
Okay, so for those of you who are late to the party, you've heard it from him. So is there any surprises? Is there anything we should be looking forward to that people would not expect?
Um, if you're in Lagos, Nigeria, you should be a part of the physical events. That's one thing I would say. We have so much in store for us. And if you're an avid lover of esports, we are going to be having one of the qualifiers for Fedja during the physical event as well. So please, please, and please look out for that. If you want to participate in that, you should be joining in. And finally, um, we do have a game competition for our casual gamers as well. So we understand that we have the pro guys who play a lot of games, and we also have the casual gamers like you and I who just want to play casual games on our mobile phone. So we are having a mobile gaming competition courtesy of Mobile. Right. So with Mobile, we have the Ludo King competition and the 8 ball pool coming up later this week, and the details will be shared via our Discord channel and all our social media channels as well. So go over to themobile.com and you can get this different, you can get access to these competitions as well, and you stand to win cash prizes. So that's quite interesting. So please look out for that as well. It's very important. If you're a casual gamer and you want to win some cool cash, please feel free to register for the competitions as well.
I'm sure that would excite a lot of people once they hear you can win a few cash prizes.
Right. Yeah.
Some urgent 2K and co.
Yes. So yes,
Mm,
that would be fun.
yeah, it will be. It's good that you guys are kind of bringing everything together from the educational part to the gaming experience to also where people can show what they are working on. You're also matching people with potential investors, potential teams. So even as a game developer or a creative, if you're looking to partner with other people on a project, you guys are. So it's a full 360 event, which I must give you guys thumbs up for. You're making sure that you cut across everyone. And I personally, as a mobile gamer, after I finish listening, I also want to win that urgent 2K. So I'm definitely sure I'll be downloading the app on my phone, the mobile app on my phone to be able to play and win a few things. I'm not the best at Ludo King or Ebopo, but I think I should be able to pull in a few wins for myself. So for
That's fun.
everyone, yeah. So for everyone, the event has already started. This is the season, the finale, the week. Everything is on their Discord channel. You can follow them on Twitter, on Instagram, the Africacomicade, and you get all the information necessary for you. Um, then the event is on Saturday at the park in Bagada.
Yeah, yeah, Zone Tech Park, Bagada,
Okay. So is
Lagos.
it entry or there's a ticket?
Yes, it's with your tickets, come along with your tickets, and you can get the tickets from the Africacomicade website. And we do have some free tickets sponsored by a couple of companies, and you can get this by joining communities. So we have a list of communities that you can join in and get free tickets courtesy of these communities as well. So do well to join the Africacomicade Discord server where you can get access to some of these communities and get free tickets as well.
Okay, so that would be lovely. I believe it's an event not to miss. I'm sure you don't miss this. So you personally, Tosin, how can people get in touch with you?
So for me, available on Twitter, Instagram. You can reach me anywhere on LinkedIn as well. So on Twitter and Instagram, it's at KIING_OT. And on LinkedIn, it's my full name, Oluwatosin. Then I could drop my email as well. You can reach out to me, tosin@africacommunicate.org. I would be happy to respond. And yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, all right, and that's all we have. We're looking forward to connecting with you during the events, the ones which are online, and for those who are in Lagos, who would meet up with you at the physical event. So, guys, when you attend the physical event, when you see Tosin, go and say hi. You can introduce yourself and say, what you're looking for or what you're looking to achieve. He's a very lovely person, so he would answer you. All right, guys,
Thank
it
you
was
so
nice
much.
hanging with you guys, and hopefully, we'll see you at the next time.
All right, then. Thank you very much, everyone.